Hi, this is Vaibhav Singh. I'm doing a screencast for the course CSC519 DevOps. This is homework 0. So let's have a look at the problem statement. So the first two parts of the problem statement are basic course setup stuff. So this is already done. I'm not going to spend more time on these two subpoints. Let's have a look at op unit checks. So the first part of this op unit checks, it's basically checking for whether your system is ready or not. Like it's not local check. It's for the whole system. So as you can see, all the checks are passed. 13 passed, 0 failed. Don't want to spend more time on this, except to point out that setting up node on Ubuntu was a bit tricky. You had to set up your PPA, but still straightforward. Now let's have a look at the pipeline workshop. So basically this workshop deals with setting up a delivery pipeline, and we'll be working with Git hooks, which are basically scripts which run shell commands at different stages of your delivery pipeline. So yeah, you need to set up op unit nodes, which we have already done. So the three kinds of hooks which we'll be dealing with are pre-commit, post-commit, and post-receive. So pre-commit runs before you do any commits, post-commit will run after you do any commits, post-receive will run once you are done with your commits and you are ready to deploy and test your code. Test your code and the deployment setup. So yeah, let's have a look at post-commit. Post-commit. Where am I? Think I need to be here. Okay, let's. So it's inside pipelines. So yeah, so the post commit script for us looks like this. So it's a shell script, and basically what it does is, if you are, it basically opens up a browser window, google.com. It's a toy script. So because I'm on Linux, I need to use xdg open. If you're on Windows, you can just do start with the URL for whichever link you want to open. Same with Mac. So now, yeah. So now let's have a look at the actual deployment. So a target application is called app. It is a Node.js application, and we can have a look at what it does when you start it. So 5001. So it basically outputs hire from production and some random number. So yeah, it's supposed to output hire from production 2, but I've already finished this whole exercise, and you're supposed to change this to production 2 later on. So we'll come to that. So yeah, now let's see what this pre-commit hook does. So basically what this pre-commit hook is doing is, it's doing an npm install, so it will set up your local deployment, and it's doing npm test. Basically it runs a couple of mocha tests, echoes pass test if the mocha test pass, and a shell exit code of a bash exit code of 0. Else it echoes failed npm test and exit code of 1. So exit code of 1 means error. Yeah. So the third part of pipelines workshop is to set up your deployment state. So we'll basically be creating two directories. So one is production.get repo, which is basically a remote repo, which is just a bare bones repo, which doesn't have a staging area or a working tree. And the production www is a deployment application folder. So this is where a deployment will run. So yeah, let's have a look at this post receive event. So what this post receive hook does is basically checkouts or checks out. So yeah, it checks out the latest code from your remote repo, which is production.get, into production www, which is your deployment repo, and it installs the appropriate dependencies as well. So this, and you also run and you also stop and start your application. So that is also there. So yeah, so this is Viber, and I'm done with my screencast. Have a nice day.